back in the 90s, cracked the AOL code, text and turned gold, now the stories unfold. From dial-up dreams to LinkedIn kings, he taught the world how to build through strings. It's the Max method, no guessing, just growth. 4 steps deep, he's coached them both. Top earners, big burners, trainers and pros. Max lit the fire, now everyone knows. Started with a spark, now the blueprint's live. Thousands trained and they multiply. From Facebook chats to LinkedIn leads, he plants the seeds, then watches them succeed. Mentor to coach is the guide for the great. Author, speaker, shaping fate. You don't just follow Max, you duplicate. That's how legends elevate. It's the Max method, built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Calling the father the go-to name. Max Steingart, he changed the game. It's the Max method, built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Calling the father the go-to name. Max Steingart, he changed the game. Max method, built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Called him the father, the go-to name. Max Steingart, he changed the game.
I love I Told You So. I really, really do. And good morning, everybody. For those of you that are watching this on Facebook, watching this on LinkedIn or on my YouTube channel, I want you to join me tonight. Last night, I gave a sneak preview on some tactics that all of you can be using to, frankly, enroll people into your business before the end of the month. And if you're not talking to 5 or 10 people every day about your business, you could be. But what I'm crazy about is when I get messages from people like Michael. 2 weeks, sponsored 2 people they never met before, all from posting. And then on top of that, he brought 1 7-figure earner from a network marketing company to his upline, got 2 or 3 other top earners looking at his business, and he's having conversations with people he didn't know. Right now, 13 days until the end of the month. Still plenty of time. Other people are doing it. You can be doing it too. Tomorrow night, we have our final session of boot camp. So let's see, Joe has a question. Let me unmute him.
Hey, Max, how are you this morning?
Good morning. How can I help you?
I had a question. We were going over some things yesterday with when you're probably going to do it later on too, the Thanksgiving script.
Mm-hmm.
Now, can I use that for somebody that I send out like initial connection requests and then do something about Thanksgiving and do what we discussed?
Well, yeah, right.
Or for somebody, I just had one other question that goes along with that one. And for people that I might have reached out a long time ago and start a new conversation, is that possible too?
Oh, it's possible for all of that.
Okay, thank you.
So what you do is, let's take the people that you're already connected to. Well, let's start with that. So the people that you've already connected to, you go and you look at your conversation history, and you see maybe months ago, you started to have a conversation. For one reason or another, they never answered you, so you never got back to them. So what you're going to do is, first, I'd reach out to them again, the first part of the script, to wish them a happy Thanksgiving, and basically say, we've been connected for months, or we've been connected for years, but have never really talked. So I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Hope you're having a wonderful holiday. And then you end with a question. What are your plans? So it's an easy question to ask. Now, if they don't answer that, what you're going to do is wait a day or two, and then send them. And what you're going to say is, if you've never talked, if it's been a long time, then I've recently started sending motivational messages out to people. I hope you enjoy them, and then send them another message based on something that they would appreciate, based on who they are and what they do. If it's a teacher, you send out a post or something that they not only would appreciate, but they would like them enough to start sharing them with people. Now, if it's somebody that's brand new, okay, you send them that first connection request, but they never responded, but they're still connections. Then you do the same thing. You send them, well, if you've never talked to them before, but they're connections, what I would do is I would send them the first image about the future. We've been connected since whatever the date is, but we've never talked. So I routinely send motivational messages out to these to people, to my friends. I hope you enjoy them. Send that. And then send the Thanksgiving message right after, and then, I like sending out messages for Thanksgiving because it's one of my favorite holidays. What are your plans? So it might be, one separate to get the thing going, then, Thanksgiving. Now, if it's somebody that you spoke, you could even go back to people that, you went through the whole process. You found out they have a need. You asked them the network marketing question. They never got back to you, and you got busy, so you never followed up. Same thing. It's been a while since we talked. I hope you've been well. Again, I want to wish you, a happy Thanksgiving. And, how are you planning on celebrating? So you're going to send it out to a lot of people, and some people are going to see it, and you'll know if they saw it because you can see their picture down at the bottom right. And some of them will respond. If they respond, then you have the rest of the scripts that you could use. This script, I have to tell you, unbelievably effective. Now, last night I also showed how you could carry that over into, December, because first what you want to do is you want to find out what people have to be thankful for. We're coming up, it's 13 days before Thanksgiving here in the United States. And no matter what our circumstances are, no matter what our situation is, all of you, well, I don't care whether you're watching this on YouTube, whether you're watching this on Facebook or LinkedIn, or you're, one of my students watching this in the Zoom, we all have things that we can be thankful for. Hey, we're alive. B, with all the millions of people that are looking for a plan, looking for a way to make money, and now with all of these companies letting people go, Amazon, UPS, Microsoft, not to mention American Airlines. There's a whole list of these companies. These people have lost their jobs, or they're in the process of losing their jobs, and they have no idea what they're going to do. You have a solution. So if nothing else, thank God that you have the ability and the opportunity to help so many people. And you'll notice in the script we talked about last night, what do you got to be thankful for? Our health, whatever's going on with our family. And then, thank God, my internet business is really doing well, and it's going to, frankly, enable me to retire next year. And then you go back and you ask them, what do they have to be thankful for? And let them tell you. All right. Then, now that you got a conversation going on, the next question is, if you could overcome the biggest challenge facing you right now to make your life better, what would it be? And people are going to come back with an answer about either their health or finances, one or two. If it's about their health, typically they'll tell you what their health problem is. If they don't, you can come back. So what's the problem? I'm sorry to hear that. What issues are you having with your health? What do you want? What do you want to change? In which case they're going to come back and they're going to tell you. Maybe they want to lose weight. Now, if their answer as to what they'd like to accomplish with their health fits what your company's products can do to help them, then you got a natural response. I mean, I'm taking a product and in what, 60 days, I've lost 38 pounds. I'm wearing clothes. I mean, I haven't worn in years, and I got more energy. Again, you bring it back to them. Now you can still, again, move it a little further. You could ask, when we're sitting around the table, we gave you two examples. What do we have to be thankful for? And then, the next question is, what would you like to accomplish? What would you like to achieve next year? Again, you set goals. What are your goals? We'll talk about that. Man, next year, I want to retire from teaching. I want to relocate to a house in Florida on the beach. Or next year, I usually take one vacation a year. Next year, I want to take 3. Or next year, I want to take a vacation every quarter. Once every 90 days, I want to take a vacation, and I'll be able to do it thanks to my growing internet business. Now you bring the conversation back to them. How's your search for another job going? What's new in your world? What that does is it's going to allow you to reconnect with all the people that you're connected to that have a high probability that they could be a candidate for your business. They were a candidate when you reached out to them 2 years or 4 years ago. I mean, I showed last night, there are people that I connected with in 2016, 2017, that I never talked to, that are online right now. Now they're doing something different than when I met them 8 or 9 years ago. But based on who they are and based on what they do, they're clearly a candidate for your business right now. I have a student that enrolled 13 people into her business around Christmas. She started on the 15th of December, and by December the 26th, she signed up 13 people. Your business does not slow down over the holidays. Now, my staff right now is in the process of setting up our December boot camp. So watch for an email where if you're not in one of my boot camps. You can go to maxsteingart.com/boot camp. I don't think we're gonna open it up until tomorrow. Tomorrow we have our final boot camp session for the November boot camp. And for those of you that are in boot camp, I'm gonna load you up with 3 strategies with scripts. We introduced them last Thursday. But the bottom line, if you've been on LinkedIn or Facebook for any length of time, if you've got 1,000 or more connections, you're sitting on a gold mine, a virtual gold mine. I started working with a friend over the weekend, good friend. She's been very successful in network marketing, but not due to her. The big ring has always eluded her. I started working with Katie Goodhart maybe 12 years ago. She was building. In fact, let me do that. Let me come over and share my screen. Because see, everybody's got a story. So I'm going to pop over here, and I'm going to bring up Katie. Now, Katie and I started working together, like I said, I think it was 12 years ago. And she was building an Amway business. In 9 months, she lived in Vegas, and she also had a place in LA. A nurse, high-end nurse, yoga instructor. And 9 months, she was heading for Diamond in Amway. Now, she was the apple of the leadership's eyes in Amway. They used to bring her up on stage. They used to edify her. Her team was excited. She was excited. And then what happened was Amway has a breakaway compensation plan. What does that mean? It means at a certain point in time, you can lose a part of your organization. They break away. So what happened with Katie was she was going to break away from the leaders in Vegas. So they stopped edifying her. They stopped talking about her. Why? Because they were going to lose her organization and everything. That pissed her off. It pissed me off. And I told Katie, I said, look, okay, so they're jerks. But, you're going to hit Diamond next month. You'll break away from them. You won't have anything to do with them. They will no longer benefit from all the things that you did. And she said, but it's bigger than that. She said, I don't like the idea that I could be bringing people into the business, and at some point in time, they break away. How many of my leaders are going to break away? I don't like it. So she quit. She went out and she found another company. And just applying what I taught her, it took her, again, maybe, I think, 10 months. And she joined a company called Vima. Let's come down here and take a look. So she has it's got over 4,000 connections. So what does that mean? It means that at least a third of those people are still active. They're still active. And they're still active prospects. So now she goes, so what does she do? She joins a company called Vima. And again, without recruiting people from her older group, she went out, she started connecting with new people. And again, on her way to Diamond. She was at her company convention in July. In August, she was looking at, no, I think she went to the convention in August, and she was looking at Hidden Diamond in September, but the company got hit by with a complaint from the Federal Trade Commission, and they got shut down. A little discouraging. Took a little break, joined another company. I introduced her to Patty Anderson, who was from Canada. Katie was originally from Canada. So they really hit a bond. They really liked each other, and she was on her way to building a Zija business, and Zija got sold to Isagenix. So I'm excited to say that Katie is back. She has jumped into a new network marketing company, and I'm going to be talking, I'm sure I'm going to be talking about her a lot over the next couple of months. And the thing is, we did a session over the weekend. The amazing thing is how many people, how many nurses she's connected to right now. You know, we kind of went through it. Couldn't believe how many people she knows, how many people she communicated with. And in some cases, we were going back to 2016, 2017. And they're still active, and some of them are very unhappy doing what they're doing. So, no matter who you are, if I come up here, and Joe, we'll look at you. You have taking a while to load. I'm looking for the number of people. Okay, so look at you. You've got almost 5,000 people that you're connected to, and a third of them are still in play, maybe more. So for those of you that have been on LinkedIn or Facebook for a while, and you dropped the ball, you know, things got in the way, your business does not slow down over the holiday season. Now you have an opportunity in the next 13 days. In the next 13 days, you have an opportunity to resurrect conversations with people that you talked to months ago, years ago. Use our Happy Thanksgiving script. Help them. Set up a conversation in November, or talk about your goals for what they want to accomplish, what they're looking to accomplish in 2026. These are my two, I mean, at this point in time, the holiday strategy for Thanksgiving, the holiday strategy in December for goals is going to surpass the performance of my happy birthday strategy, which is without question the number one tactic for being able to build your business, to reconnect with people. Look what happened with Michael. 2 weeks, 2 people in the business, 7 more actively looking, and he's actually talking to top earners in other companies and bringing them to his upline. My friends, if you're not talking to 10 people about your business every day, you could be.
Back in the 90s, cracked the AOL code, text and turned gold, now the stories unfold. From dial-up dreams to LinkedIn kings, he taught the world how to build through strings. It's the Max method, no guessing, just growth. 4 steps deep, he's coached them both.